The Nuggets' problems can be summed up in 2 words: Russell Westbrook. Why would a team with the best player in the world sign a 35-year-old Russ? It's what desperate teams do. The Lakers lost in the first round after their title and panicked. Don't the Nuggets realize they have the MVP in his prime? Normally, a team does whatever they can to maximize that window, but Denver is doing the opposite. Every offseason since their championship, they've gotten worse. So that GM, Calvin Booth, didn't actually even put this team together. That was Tim Connolly, who worked for Denver from 2013 to 2022. But the Timberwolves hired him away. They were built to take down the Nuggets, which they did. Minnesota won the first 2 games on the road. Then the Nuggets won 3 straight, but got blown out in Game 6. So Game 7 in Denver. Nuggets up 20 in the second half. But Minnesota came back to win the series. The big factor? Fatigue. The Nuggets were tired. The new GM Calvin Booth said, "I just want dudes that we try to develop, and it's sustainable. And if it costs us a chance to win a championship this year, so be it. It's more about winning 3 out of 6 than it is trying to go back-to-back." You know who hated this? Coach Michael Malone. Dude's a hard-ass, old-school coach who just wants to win. So instead of playing the new young guys like Peyton Watson and Julian Strawther, he leaned even more on vets like Jokic, Murray, and MPJ. So in Game 7, just one bench player played over 20 minutes. 5 guys who are under 25 years old just sat there and watched. Malone would have loved to have had a Bruce Brown or Jeff Green, but Calvin Booth let them go and was like, is he gonna be LeBron James? Have you seen Jokic's body? Also, he loves horses and farms. I'll bet Jokic retires early because basketball isn't the #1 overall thing in his life. If you have one of the potential top 10 players ever on your team and you're not doing all you can to help him win more championships, you might be messing with the basketball gods. Well, Vlatko Cancar doesn't count because he got injured before the season. But the one rotation player is Christian Brown, and outside of him, maybe Julian Strawther. But these other dudes can't play. It reminds you of the Warriors. Steve Kerr was like, yeah, I get the 2 timeline thing, but when it really mattered, Kuminga and Moody were on the bench. He gave Zeke Naji a $32 million contract. Dude played 5 minutes in the postseason. He extended Jalen Pickett and Hunter Tyson, but picked Reggie Jackson, $10.3 million. Such a dumb move. They then had to give Charlotte 3 second-round picks to take his contract. So now the Nuggets are so desperate, they just signed Russell Westbrook. They know that Jamal Murray has injury issues, so backup point guard is huge for them. Russ was fun as hell in his prime, I'm not denying that, but now he is one of the most unlikable players in the NBA. Makes a ton of mistakes, but still carries himself like a superstar, above criticism. And it's gonna be one grumpy-ass skirt-wearing old star. So what does this mean for Nikola Jokic? Well, a lot of people assume that he's gonna be a lifetime Nugget who just rides his horse off into the sunset. Here's a look at the 8 teams that made the playoffs this year. Well, we already know the Grizzlies are coming for one of these spots. So let's go with the Clippers. They're out of the playoffs, especially if Kawhi gets injured. What about the Warriors? They actually got better replacing CP3 and Clay. With DeAnthony Melton, Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, what if they get Lauri Markkanen? So they take, I don't know, the Lakers spot if LeBron or AD miss a lot of time. And that's not even to mention the Kings, who got better with DeMar DeRozan. The Pels, who got DeJounte Murray. And what did the Nuggets do? I am sorry. They have gotten worse 2 off seasons in a row. And the one way out of this might be trading Michael Porter Jr. His max contract is holding them down, and MPJ has imploded for 2 straight playoffs. In 2023, he dropped from 15 points in the opening rounds to 9 in the finals, shooting 14% from 3. This year, 23 points per game to 10 against the Wolves. Well, don't forget, MPJ is still just 25 years old and one of the best shooters in the NBA, so teams might actually want him. And he's shaken off injury concerns, missing just 21 games last 2 years combined. Plus, they sent him to the Spurs. for Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, and Julian Champagnie. The Spurs are one of the few teams that aren't afraid of MPJ's big contract, because Wemby is on a rookie deal for now. The Nuggets get Keldon Johnson, who would thrive in a lesser role, similar to how Aaron Gordon broke out, and be boosted by Jokic setting him up. They also get Trey Jones, who is a much better backup point guard than Russ. Champagnie hit 37% from three with perimeter defense on just $3 million a year. It's why he praised his old GM Tim Connolly after the Timberwolves beat them. And we know Conley and Jokic are close, working together all that time, especially after Conley took a chance and actually drafted him. Now, I am not, but I wouldn't be 100% sure that he loves them wasting his prime like this. I know he is literally because the Lakers drafted him, but NBA stars don't think so.
Subscribe to my channel.